that they were asked to come up to the stream a little bit earlier, and now we do get to see them go. This may also be a top 64 qualifier, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we do know that this is at least going to be a best of 5, at least at this point in the bracket, this late in the day. But
that's how we'll sell it. Come on, that's how we'll sell it.
It is a best of 5.
Everything's a best of 5.
Yeah. At this point, that's how you know it matters. You're playing a best of 5. That means that there are stakes.
1000%.
Well, regardless, while I take a look through the bracket to tell you exactly where it is, we do get to get the set started. And that is, I think, what excites us the most. The main stage, we're going to get to see another Meta Knight step up to the plate, and on the other side, Sparkle, Rockin', the hero, and, I mean, that's always fun to watch.
Oh, of course. I mean, you know, and Sparkle, I feel like, you know, I've definitely seen a few tournaments as of late, especially Team Sparkle has been coming out and making an impact. So good to see that trend continuing. Not going to be too easy here for Jsan, just given the fact, honestly, Hero, just such a menace of a character. You know what I mean? Like, just, how many times have you just been deleted? Like, your stock just deleted. And I'm talking more so on Wi-Fi too, but obviously it applies like IRL. But man, I don't know. This character is just frustrating.
Oh my goodness, and it's time to look like a Christmas tree.
Exactly.
He's got the red and the green, and he is about to hit you real hard too. Flame Slash with that Psych Up could have been really big damage, and you're about to take it from that F Smash as well. This is one of the things that Jsan is going to have to be really, really careful about, is letting the hero farm for spells. That is where he becomes the most effective.
100%. When you got plenty of time to access and go through that menu, it can be a long day for the opponent. For Jsan, I mean, he's got the meta right? So he's got the speed. Just kind of rush him down and keep all that pressure on as best you can. You see him attempting there on the right side, but yeah, not exactly panning out the best at the moment.
Right there, a little bit of a whiff right there will put Jsan in a bad situation. Psych Up again, so you cannot take a stray aerial at 111%.
That's
and
it.
Does end up doing so with that forward air, and this is going to be really interesting to see, especially with those buffs online, how Jsan approaches it, because they appear to be a much more aggressive Meta Knight than I saw earlier, and that is exactly all you need to know about it.
Yeah, just a good prediction on that roll. Amazing coverage. Going to keep things even, not falling too far behind at all.
Let's see, with that Accelerado, you can definitely match the speed of the Meta Knight. Great evasion right there around the Kaboom. And yeah, we do see Sparkle just trying to farm for those good spells. Really, really want to have those available so that you can fight on even footing with, like you said, just a lightning quick character.
100%. Kind of showing that off. But these are these openings right here that you need to take advantage of if you're Meta Knight. Great string. Okay, I like the jab right there, just applying all kinds of pressure. The smart stuff. You're not getting the stock, but look at all that damage you're starting to get. Just kind of rinse and repeat.
Man, and Jsan had a really, really big opportunity off stage as well there, where Sparkle was forced to use the whoosh, the level 1 recovery, because of the lack of mana. Could have been able to recover that, maybe with an air or something near the ledge, but decided to play it safe. Maybe a high recovery could have been caught by that F smash, and can't really fault him too much because this game is extremely even at the moment. There's that nair. You're going to need Zoom, and you barely found it, and we are on call.
Actually crazy, like in the nick of time, right? Or else that stock was in a lot of trouble.
Speed reading is important these days. I didn't believe my 3rd grade teacher when she told me.
I still don't believe it. I don't play Hero. I'm trolling, Chad. I'm trolling. It's all good.
I never want to run into one of these guys because I got dyslexia. And I'm like, that's a Clang. Great, you hit the, oh, I'm frozen. Like, I just saw the letter K and I was like, all right.
You're actually a troll.
Ooh, need the zoom again and got it. Really, really clutch. And remember, one important part about Hero is that if you are off stage, and the further you are off stage, the more likely you are to proc that zoom. But doesn't matter right now. I mean, Jsan taking that stock, taking the lead, and I think one of the biggest.
Oh my goodness,
that's so active.
Did not expect. I thought it was. I thought it was finishing up, but yeah, as you said, super active and super effective at that.
Absolutely demolishing that stock. Once again, aggressive off stage. This is one of the big reasons that Jsan has been able to stay in this game, is that there has not been a lot of mana for Sparkle, and barely getting the right DI at the last moment. Otherwise could have been sent into the blast zone. So Jsan gonna have to find another confirm before things get real wacky.
Yeah, definitely could have.
I meant whack. I did not mean wacky.
Wow, okay, the drill rush gets it done. Let's go, Jsan. Pulling out all the stuff to take that first game over Sparkle.
Really, really powerful stuff right there. And again, like you mentioned, it was the aggression that really, really paid off for Jsan. You know, I was expecting, you know, a bit more methodical gameplay when I saw Elvis playing earlier against Meister, but no, this was high aggression with the Meta Knight, and the biggest way that you can tell that it works, you could have been dead. You could have been dead to that whack, but it works because there has not been an opportunity for Sparkle to farm for spells that much, and if they do, they're not getting hits in return to build that mana back up.
Very good point.
So it's pretty similar to a Steve not having any resources, right? If you don't let them mine, then they're going to have a real hard time controlling the pace of the game. Same goes for a hero player with no mana, and if you are evading, not using your shield where they can rebuild that mana, you're going to have a lot of success.
Very true, okay. I like that a lot. Jsan obviously kind of following that train of thought. Served them well in game number 1. See if you can run it back and take a 2-0 lead. That would be huge. I don't think I've actually ever gotten the pleasure of seeing Jsan play here. So my first introduction to him, pretty good one to say the least. Obviously Sparkle, somebody again who I mentioned, I've seen at a couple tournaments as of late.
Yeah, dude, I mean, me too. I mean, just getting to see Meta Knight at all feels like such a treat in this game, because I was like, oh, Elvis, I thought that Bonk was the only Meta Knight in America.
But it was a really good set earlier too with MVD and AC, and AC didn't want to Snake Ditto, so he used his Meta Knight. So Meta Knight's kind of showing up a little bit for this tournament. I definitely appreciate that. We
got Meta Knight believers now, but there have been hero believers as long as this character has existed, and Sparkle's certainly one of them, getting the hit on the ledge with that forward air. And again, if you have the lead and you can maintain the pace of the game, maybe you don't need to farm for spells as much. Maybe you can get some more mana built up. I love the idea there by Jsan, but Sparkle's still holding on for now.
All right, pressure mounting, nice. Always putting on a lot of pressure with that Nair attempt. Got to be careful. Oh, really? Okay, with that grab, that was very costly.
And honestly, like, there have been so many good buffs from that down B, right? The menu is obviously so powerful for hero, but Sparkle has gotten into a tricky situation a couple of times by being really reliant on getting those spells instead of being able to use your Marshall hits and building that mana back up. Does barely survive right now, and Jsan able to just mix up that timing. Damn.
Let's let that clip off real quick. No hesitation at all. And some of these big, these big plays you see Jsan electing to go for some pretty big swings and hits, and when it pays off for him, making all the difference in the world. Now looking for maybe a clean string to definitely make up some of this damage deficit that he's facing. Gotta be careful, don't want to rush in too much and give Sparkle some free counter hits.
That was honestly a really lucky menu for Sparkle, by the way, where there was the thwack at the top and then the psych up, which he actually wanted at the bottom. And as any player, you don't run towards somebody who's hovering thwack, so that was just actually really fortunate for Sparkle. A bit more unfortunate now, you're getting taken for a ride.
That was really good, getting the reset on the platform, getting plenty of damage off of that. And look here, already Jsan in control. I like the NATO attempt for the edge guard.
Even better recovery by Sparkle too, though, like barely outside of that spacing.
Gotta play around it really well.
Nice. I like that. Again, threaten the menu, and that's where you get your opportunity, right? Your opponent's going to shield. They don't want to get hit by a stray kaboom before they can even speed read it, right? So you get that opportunity, and just any moment you get a chance to farm for one of those buffs, looks like Sparkle's going for it.
Ooh, dimensional cape, that would have been huge if it connected, but not to be just yet.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, you're gone. Well, why not? Again, you don't go towards somebody with black in the menu, and that's exactly why.
Like, literally, your stock is just deleted. That is the most difficult.
That's the wrong game.
Kimona losing a lung over here as Sparkle loses his stock.
I told you, the dyslexia will kill you.
Take care of business.
You better get it treated.
No lies detected over here. Final stocks for both of our players at the moment. It's been a good showdown thus far. Jsan looking to go up 2 games.
And Accelerato back online too, really making judicious use of that. Oh my good, every single buff you can imagine. Flame Slash just did like 50 damage. Nice charge right there though. Teleport right into center stage as well. Man. Jsan fighting from behind though, really got to avoid anything big right here. And again, Sparkle just taking that time to charge up that mana and really threaten something big at the ledge.
It's gotta be just so terrifying if you're Meta Knight. I understand, and one mistake could very well so lead to the KO, but fortunately on the right side, getting sent left, gonna give him maybe one more gasp at an attempt. Oh man, I thought he's gonna get a pickup to keep him going. Oh wow, I said pickup. I didn't say throw him up, but that'll work too.
Reach to the heavens. Oh.
I like, yeah, because getting that off of like the finish screen is so funny. He's getting that little pause. Well done to Sparkle though, responding immediately to even things up.
And again, the buffs are what define the game for Hero, right? If you get some good RNG, you're absolutely going to be a great character. That's 139 with that psych up, by the way, and no rage. So you can tell just how much it means even against a light character like Meta Knight. But I guess the question here is, are we going to be able to see Jsan return to being able to apply that aggression, not be able to farm for spells? The real problem, I think, has been that Sparkle hasn't carried the distance between the Meta Knight and themselves. They have always found an opportunity to at least tap the menu and see if they can see like an oomph or a psych up or something.
Yeah, I hear that.
Game 3 right now, back to Pokemon Stadium 2. We will often see a lot of it. Honestly, for Meta Knight, you get some pretty big combos here. For Hero, you get a lot of space to farm for spells.
Yep.
Question is, though, who can take a better advantage of that game plan? Right now, Jsan really lacking on the damage output in the set. This could be the turnaround they need with that up tilt, not able to open up anything huge.
Yeah, it's good to be able to get that extension, but I just said, yeah, not too much coming out of it, so gonna now Sparkle not to have too much concern thus far. Oh, okay, that was really nice. Like that down smash a lot. Tries to go for the jabs, maybe trying to lock him down a bit, but nothing going quite yet. Look at that speed, bro. That's that fast hero running at you.
I don't know if that's like the fastest character in the game, but it definitely feels like it.
Yeah, gotta give Sonic a run for his money. I agree with you.
A quite literal run, yeah.
Yes.
Right now, Crackle slash Big Freeze, opportunity to farm for something, and great by Jsan to not mash, because you know that you're basically just playing an RNG game. Are they going to get a good spell? If they do, then I'm dead.
Correct. Oh, great parry on that, okay.
And then, honestly, the cross-up into the grab, too, to get that back throw, guarantee that they're going to be off stage for at least a little while. No zoom here, so got to burn a lot of mana to get back to stage as well. But Sparkle, even running low, not short on aggression either. Once again, going to farm for some good spells, but has to respect that dimensional cape from ledge.
Definitely. Oh, okay, nice. I actually really like that from Sparkle, right? He's kind of catching Jsan being hyper-aggressive in some of those spots and making him pay for it. Oh, up B, yeah, just gonna pull the trigger on that. Nicely done, 2 up airs leading into that finisher.
And speaking of making him pay, right, just one wayward jump. If you're around that platform, you have to be aware that Meta Knight can be up there in a flash and off stage as well. At these low percents, every Meta Knight in the world has practiced those 0 to dash.
Yes.
You better be careful.
Facts on facts, Hamona, you're preaching right now. And let's see if Jsan can deliver it though.
I know strictly, when you're playing optimally and you're trying to win, you never click Hocus Pocus, but just imagine, at main stage, on stream, you got big.
I mean, that's a good way to get a lot of Twitter interactions. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, I'm keeping it real. People love crazy plays like that, so.
Just one for the people,
The optimization, yes, is what kind of strays people away from it, but.
There's that psych-up, man. Again, like, that was cheesing for that. Okay, if you decide to dimensional cape to center stage, you are gone, but instead, for Sparkle, the phrase is I am gone, because that forward smash was a big read from Jsan.
Yeah, we've seen Jsan pull together a couple of big-time forward smashes. That one very impactful and could be the difference maker, which get him this 2-0 lead. He's going for a lot of aggression right now, and this is where he's trying to really make his money.
Wow, I think that Sparkle did actually hit Accelerado, but before the actual buff could proc, it takes a couple of frames, did get hit out of it, so the mana gets burned, but you don't get the buff. And right now, might not be getting a whole lot if Jsan continues this pressure. This is looking like a dominant game.
Yeah, Jsan is definitely taking full control of this game. Sparkle, oh my lord. Yeah, you're gonna Sparkle all right, because your ass got sent to the stars. I'm sorry, that was tough. That was tough. Jsan, foot on the gas, not letting up, and he's gonna go up 2-1 right now. Crazy.
Shining bright just like you would expect from somebody who has made it this far into the tournament and not really struggling against this new game plan from Sparkle, where again, it's really just highly focused on farming for really good spells or at least threatening a mistake, but Jsan has gotten really used to either reading the spells or at least having good angles of approach where you're not as concerned. And at the end of the day, at that point, Sparkle's really just putting himself in the corner for not much reward.
All right, it begins. Potentially the last game of this set. Sparkle really gonna need, maybe, I don't know, maybe double that speed reading, man. Like, go for that menu as fast as you can.
I mean, just throwing out literally every single explosive spell that you can and be like, oh, look, if I connect, I get some big damage. And I mean, maybe the game plan has to be at this point, right? At 12 mana, you're not going to be able to get really anything out of that menu. You have to go in and at least do some damage.
Correct.
Psych Up can help you do that, but now how do you get close to that Meta Knight who's being very wary of you?
Jsan's very smart, too. Like, he knows how to be elusive. Obviously, those Sparkle getting some hits in. Oh, nice. I like that grab immediately. and then tries to go maybe for some drill rush shenanigans. If it hits too, I mean, you got the ledge right there. Oh my goodness, trying to go for broke now. Sparkle, though, able to recover.
Charging up that level 2 recovery as well, so that it just delays a little bit. Didn't get caught by that nair. And lower on the mana, got to get the zoom, and does. We've seen that plenty of times in this set already, and it's no big surprise to see Sparkle go for it often. And honestly, a couple of times in that last game, farm for it and didn't find it. Doesn't matter this time, though. Jsan's still all over these confirms into the shuttle loop.
Yeah, man, catching that jump and then absolutely making Sparkle pay. That's going to be first stock the way of Jsan. 2 more to go in this set.
I didn't realize he had Accelerado. I was like, why is he moving like that?
I was going to say that's a very pumped up hero momentarily.
And he's back.
Imagine if that was like his just base movement, right? Like,
this character might be a problem.
There you go.
That's all I'm saying.
Definitely sliding up a couple spots on the tier list, but fortunately for Jsan, everybody else, that is not the case. And it continues trying to deliver the pressure. Does a really good job at punishing these air dodges.
Oh, this is death for sure. No, a little bit too late on that up air. Sparkle was able to DI out and live, but still not out of the woods yet. Tons of damage racked up. Zoom will be able to help them out, but 88% against this Meta Knight. We have seen this exact percent be kind of exactly where Jsan wants to set up for those kills.
Oh my lord, definitely.
Dude, I was scared of that fireball too. That was about to be like the end of Final Fantasy 14 or whatever. Like, here comes the meteor.
Imagine if it's that impactful. I do feel bad for Jsan, but he's fortunate that's not the case for sure. But I do see Sparkle kind of chipping their way back into this match for sure. Jsan some smooth movement and obviously never shies away from going off stage, though. Respecting the recovery, just resetting the situation.
And it just menu after menu every time in case you get the one buff that you need to put yourself on even footing with somebody who's controlling that pace of the game. Lots of shield damage, great tech right there from Sparkle as well. Those multi-hits can be an absolute nightmare sometimes, but they're continuing to stay focused and stay confident. Lots of mana now to farm with, and the Psych Up will indeed be coming through, but Jsan not letting off the gas just yet.
Not at all, Jsan. You see, trying to get the read on where these recoveries are going to be, but how about where you're rolling, Jsan? About as smooth as it gets. I'm telling you, this kid's delivery is insane.
My God, I cannot believe the way that he has demolished some of these moments that Sparkle's really going for something big and then absolutely turned it on its head. It looked like Sparkle was going to set up for a big stock, and then it was immediate tech chase into that forward smash. Man, Jsan really hanging tough right now and at the ledge, not even concerned about that menu. He says, I don't believe that you are going to throw something out, because we have almost never seen Sparkle throw something out on that ledge trap.
That's fair. Oh, nice. Okay, not gonna quite get the reset there, but we are satisfied. You can just see, like, just content to get all of this damage. Gonna go so far, and that's a scary Meta Knight. I mean, 136. You take that up B. That can definitely. Yeah, you want him to pull the trigger, see if you get interrupted. See,
I've seen like the last few times.
You're a troublemaker.
Yeah, Jsan wanted to play it safe, and in the end, that does work out. Great edge guarding sequence to close it. I mean, saw one really solid game from Sparkle, but it really just came down to the fact that Jsan needed to adapt to how that menu is being used, and eventually it was kind of Sparkle locking themselves down with no movement, and Jsan just getting right on top of them every single time. This Meta Knight is looking nice.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that too. Just the unyielding aggression from Jsan. Does not matter the percent, did not matter the deficit, just attack, attack, attack. That was Jsan's game plan, and it panned out quite well, dominating that 4th game.
Loving to see some good Meta Knight play, and I do believe that might be 2 Meta Knights as long as Elvis did well in loser's bracket, which, given the way that I saw them playing, I would not be surprised. We might have 2 Meta Knights in top 64.
There you go.
Might remind you this is a Smash Ultimate tournament that I'm